Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon. This back here, that's Bernard. He's my October co-host. We're in our last week now of October. That's crazy. This entire month has flown by. Anyway, today I've got another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And today we are talking about Wicked Jenny by Matt Hilton. First of all, this cover is incredibly creepy. But I had fun. I had fun with this one. This was an arc that I was able to get from NetGalley. This book isn't out yet. I think it comes out in January. I'll put the exact date in the description box down below so you can mark your calendars if you're interested. But this book is basically one of those, something bad happened when a group of friends were kids or teenagers. Many years have passed, and now there's like a sort of reckoning. Things are happening, and they need to find out what's going on. I feel like I've read a bunch of books with that plot this year, but I eat it up every time. I love it. Anyway, this one has a group of young boys. They live in England, which as I was reading it, I was like, there were some like expressions and stuff. I was like, I've never heard that before. But then I saw curb, spelled K-E-R-B, and tire, spelled T-Y-R-E. So I was like, oh, that's why. And so it's a group of young boys. So I'm thinking this takes place, like the past part of the story takes place in the late 80s, mid to late 80s. And there was, let's see, I think 4 or 5 of them. And they're kind of all out palling around one day. And they're where they shouldn't be, around these ponds. And they're kind of being heckled by this one older kid. And the group of them run away, these boys. And at the ponds there had also been these 2 girls, a little girl named Melanie and her sister named Poppy. And the boys just run off and kind of leave these 2 girls behind. They weren't all friends, but they just leave. Anyway, the next day they find out that those 2 girls were attacked shortly after they left. One of the girls was killed. The other one was badly beaten, like almost killed. And the town, of course, is rocked by it. And the boys are like, well, we saw that older kid there. And they decide they need to tell the police. And that older kid is one of these boys' cousins. So it's like a real thing of contention for that boy because, of course, he's very conflicted. It's his family. But they do tell the police. So that's kind of what the backstory is. Then in the present day, one of those young boys, who are now, middle-aged men, he ends up getting murdered right at the very beginning of the book, Carl. And Carl was a guy none of them really liked. He was abrasive. Even when they were kids, they didn't like him. He was a bully. He was just obnoxious. So now he's died, and the way that he died kind of mirrors the way the young girls were killed. And so now all the guys are kind of coming back together for his funeral, and they're all having really weird things happening to them. They're seeing things, mud, water. Each of them are having these experiences, and they're like, what is going on? What is going on? So that's kind of the mystery of the story, figuring out what really happened to those 2 girls all those years ago, and basically what's going on now in the present. And I really enjoyed it. I liked the ending. I liked the reveal. I kept going back and forth about what I thought it was, who I thought it was, this and that. And I was pleased with the reveal that we got. And I had a good time reading it. It's not very long. It's like 260 odd pages. So it's a pretty quick read. And I would definitely recommend. I think I'm going to give it probably 4 stars. It was really good. So that's going to do it for this review. Coming up this week, I've got a video I'm going to post about my controversial book opinions. There was a tag I saw my friend Chloe do on her BookTube channel. And perhaps I'll get another spooky type of video up. If you've got any requests, let me know. And I will try to make that happen for you this week. And then currently I'm getting ready to start reading The Shining because we're doing that book on this month's episode of my podcast with my friend Krista. And we're going to be talking about The Shining. And I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget, if you've got any requests for spooky type videos, let me know. And I will see you again really soon. Bye, guys.